What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, we have a very, very interesting take on the part of former undisputed, legendary, iconic, Hall of Fame, heavyweight world champion, superstar boxer, Iron Mike Tyson. He weighs in on undefeated 3-division world champion, who simultaneously holds the WBA regular title at 130, 135, and 140. Superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis. And Iron Mike Tyson, after Gervonta Tank Davis defeated then junior welterweight, undefeated, regular WBA world champion, Mexican star boxer Mario Barrios. That took place last Saturday night. Gervonta Tank Davis, he stopped Mario Barrios in the 11th round. With that said, he knocked Mario Barrios down twice in the 8th round and twice in the 11th round and got the stoppage victory. So, Iron Mike Tyson, he doesn't stop with his praise of Gervonta Tank Davis there. Now, Mario Barrios stood at 5'10" with a 71-inch arm reach. Gervonta Tank Davis at 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Mario Barrios had a 4-inch arm reach advantage, 5-inch height advantage over Gervonta Tank Davis. Clearly was the bigger guy. So, what he says is, Mike Tyson, he says that Gervonta Tank Davis is the best fighter in the world currently right now. And he says Gervonta Tank Davis get this. He says Gervonta Tank Davis is definitely a harder puncher than Olympic bronze medalist, former WBC, American heavyweight world champion, superstar boxer, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Okay? Gervonta Tank Davis, 25 wins, 25 wins, no losses, no draws, 24 wins by way of knockout. He stands at 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach, 26 years of age. With that said, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, we know history has told us that Deontay Wilder, 42 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 41 wins by way of knockout. He's 35 years of age, stands at 6'7" with an 83-inch arm reach. The difference here is Deontay Wilder has knocked out or knocked down every opponent he's ever faced in his career. Gervonta Tank Davis, he has one fight where he has, a fighter that went to the distance, went to the 12th round. Okay? Deontay Wilder has a loss and a draw on his resume. Deontay Wilder has the highest knockout ratio in the history of the sport of boxing. At one point in time, it was at 97%. Now it's at 93.5%. So with that said, he states that Gervonta Tank Davis definitely has more power than him, Deontay Wilder. Now, we know Mike Tyson was known for his power and his ferociousness. But to say that Gervonta Tank Davis has more power than Deontay Wilder, is an overstatement. Because Deontay Wilder has shown us one-punch knockout power with whatever opponent he's ever faced. Whether that be, and he's outweighed by Tyson Fury by 50 pounds, okay? Tyson Fury stood at 6'9", 273 pounds. Deontay Wilder, 6'7", 230 pounds, okay? So he was 40 pounds heavier than Deontay Wilder in the fight. And the first fight, Deontay Wilder weighed in at 220 pounds, and Tyson Fury weighed in at 250, nearly 60 pounds, okay? So again, he outweighed Deontay Wilder by, at the very least, 40 pounds, okay? So Tyson Fury is a much bigger guy than Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, when he fought Luis King Kong Ortiz, Luis Ortiz weighed 245 pounds. Deontay Wilder weighed 225 pounds. So he was outweighed by 20 pounds. So at the very least, he's always outweighed by, at the very least, 10 to 15 pounds, okay? That's being generous. Dominic Brazil, he weighed in at 260 pounds. Deontay Wilder weighed in at 218 pounds. When Deontay Wilder fought Luis Ortiz the first time, Luis Ortiz weighed 240 pounds. Deontay Wilder came in at 208 pounds. So he's always drastically outweighed by big margins of numbers, okay? And Deontay Wilder has displayed one-punch knockout power, highlight reel one-punch knockout power. Now, Gervonta Tank Davis, he does have some highlight one-punch knockout power. The fight with Leo Santa Cruz, 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer, dazzling display of power. The fight with Mario Barrios, it wasn't a knockout. It was accumulation punches, and it was a stoppage victory, okay? The fight with Yuriorkis Gamboa. Once again, these two fights are indications that he does not have and possess more power than Deontay Wilder. When he fought Yuriorkis Gamboa, 3-division world champion, former Olympic gold medalist, okay? Yes, Yuriorkis Gamboa hit the deck, I believe, 3 times in the fight. But Yuriorkis Gamboa, in the 3rd round of the fight, he partially tore his Achilles, and he still survived to the 12th round. And once again, even in the 12th round, he got the stoppage victory, but it wasn't a knockout. It was a stoppage victory. It's accumulation of punches, okay? And with that said, the same goes for Mario Barrios, okay? Not to say that he wouldn't have gotten a brutal knockout, but for the most part, it's accumulation punches, okay? Deontay Wilder got accumulation punches, stoppage victory over a heavyweight title contender who's a superstar in the sport of boxing, and Chris Arreola with his jab, okay? With his left jab. His right hand was broken and his right arm was injured due to a situation in his personal life. So with that said, he stopped Chris Arreola with a jab. The referee saw enough. So this is Gervonta Tank Davis, fully healthy. A beautiful display of punching power. But does he have more punching power than Deontay Wilder? Absolutely not. We've seen Gervonta Tank Davis in fights with guys that, it's an accumulation of punches. Okay? Like I said, Mario Barrios, Yuriorkis Gamboa tells the story, okay? When Deontay Wilder fought Tyson Fury, he was arguably knocked out in the 12th round. He hit the deck twice, but in the 12th round, Tyson Fury admitted that he didn't even know where he was at. He didn't wake up until almost the count of 5. So he didn't know where he was at, and he almost didn't wake up till the count of 5, okay, is when he remembered the referee was counting. And most fights in that situation, the referee would have waved the fight off, okay? And that wasn't even a punch that landed that clean on Tyson Fury. Now, it was hooks, but Deontay Wilder didn't get full extension in on those punches, okay? Now, there was hooks. There was clean hooks, okay? Right hand, left hook. But it wasn't, a full extension like he got on Dominic Brazil going forward, like he did on Arthur Spilka going backwards, okay? Like he did on Luis Ortiz, an uppercut that brutally knocked Luis Ortiz down, had him drooling, had his mouthpiece hanging out, or like he made Bermain Stavern a meme, okay, when he knocked Bermain Stavern out, okay? Or when he knocked out, when he arguably knocked out Tyson Fury or Luis Ortiz the second time, okay? When he hit Luis Ortiz on the top of the cranium, going backwards in a counterpunch and knocked Luis Ortiz out in the second fight, okay? These are one-punch displays of knockout power that can't be denied. They're highlight reels, okay? Not to say Gervonta Tank Davis doesn't get highlight reel knockouts, because he definitely does, okay? But for the most part, Gervonta Tank Davis gets accumulation stoppages. Now he does have some highlight reels. That Leo Santa Cruz uppercut knockout was brutal. But majority of Deontay Wilder's knockouts look like when he knocked out Leo Santa Cruz, okay? You can name 4 fights right off the top. The Dominic Brazil, Bermain Stavern, both Luis Ortiz fights, brutal knockouts, okay? The first one that comes to your mind is Leo Santa Cruz when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis, okay? So, Gervonta Tank Davis definitely, I believe, is the second hardest puncher, maybe in the sport of boxing. But you can't, again, this is dismissing Terrence Crawford, because Terrence Crawford has knocked out his last 6 opponents, okay, in dramatic fashion, okay? So that would be, dismissing what Terrence Crawford is doing, okay? So his last 6 fights, his last undisputed fight at junior welterweight, then his fight at welterweight. He's knocking out bigger opponents, and the fact that Deontay Wilder is knocking out heavyweights and he's outweighed by the very least 15 pounds speaks volumes, okay? And he's doing one-punch knockout punch. So Mike Tyson, yes, he's a big fan of Gervonta Tank Davis. He doesn't seem to be the biggest fan of Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. And so Mike Tyson, he believes that Gervonta Tank Davis is the most exciting fighter in the sport of boxing. He believes he's the best fighter in the sport of boxing over Terrence Crawford, over Errol Spence, over Canelo Alvarez. But to say he's the hardest puncher, even more so than Deontay Wilder, is a stretch for him to say such a thing, when we've seen Deontay Wilder stretch his opponents with one punch very, very often. 42 fights, 41 knockouts. That speaks volumes. Now, Gervonta Tank Davis, 25 fights, 24 knockouts. That speaks volumes as well. But Deontay Wilder's doing it against guys that are outweighing him by the very least 15 pounds. So let's see how this plays out moving forward. Deontay Wilder has a fight coming up with Tyson Fury, trilogy match, July 24th. Can't wait. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Oh, it is your boy Jada Kiss. Make sure you check out Blue Blood Sports TV. It's going down.